Hey besties, welcome back to A Boost of Joy by Joy Shilubane. I happen to be Joy Shilubane. If you are a new subscriber, since this is not my first video, welcome to the family, welcome to the besties. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back to watch my content. I really do appreciate it, and I really do appreciate the love on my previous video. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe and share with your friends so that they know there's a new YouTube channel on the block, you know. So yeah, so in today's video it's gonna be a young chit chat. Let's talk. I'll be talking about friendships and relationships from my personal perspective, what I've experienced, what I think about certain things, and I also ask questions on Instagram, but I didn't get a lot, but I'll incorporate those questions in what I'm discussing. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. I hope it's insightful. Well, not really insightful because I'm just sharing my personal experiences, so I hope it's a proper video basically and insightful, and I hope it helps someone. So I don't want this to be too long. I don't want to overshare. I don't want to say too much. Let me just say I don't want to say too much. So it's not going to be that long. Don't expect like 20 minutes. I think 20 minutes would be the max. So anyway, let me just get straight into it, So the first thing I'm going to talk about is relationships and my personal experiences with relationships and all of that, and my view, I guess, on relationships. So first of all, I have my diary and my handwriting dog. Either way, personally for me, I feel like relationships are like, I don't want to say a lot of work, but you need to be ready for it. Like, you need to be ready for being in a relationship, being like having to deal with someone else. Like, as much as we can say like, yeah, you are an individual outside of a relationship, but like there's another person that you need to think about. There's another person's feelings that you need to consider. So I think you need to be mentally prepared, emotionally, spiritually. You need to be prepared to be in a relationship. So you don't just jump into a relationship, in my opinion. You don't just jump into a relationship. You need to be ready. You need to know, okay, I'm getting into a relationship with this person. I am willing to make things work. I'm willing to consider their feelings and all of that. So you see, the work that comes with a relationship, it's quite a lot. And most of the time people don't notice it. Like, people really don't notice that in a relationship you need to work. You need to put in the work. It's not every day where you're gonna be feeling 100% in the relationship. It's not every day where the other person's gonna give the same amount of effort or love or whatever as you do. Sometimes you need to give more than they are because they are not in the right state, if I should say, to give you, to reciprocate your energy. And it's obviously not in the whole relationship. Like, there are certain days where somebody may feel off and you have to give more than they are giving on that specific day or week or whatever. So you see, most of the time people aren't mentally prepared for that, and that's why people think, people don't care about them in relationships, when in actual fact the person does care. It's just that we are goa, or they don't know like how to explain to you, like, I cannot be giving this much effort right now because I'm going through this and this and this, or I'm focusing my energy on this for now. So also, another thing is, like, most of the time we think like being in a relationship is just taking photos, just taking photos, going on dates, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 1 year anniversary, all of that. Most of the time people think that's all. That is not it. Like, really, we see people's relationships on the internet, we see people's relationships on social media. People are posting, they're going to the Maldives, or whatever. But like, that's not it. basically. That is not it. There's a bigger picture that you need to look at. You need to go into a relationship with an aim. Like, you can't just get into a relationship just for vibes. Like, you should know why you're in the relationship. You should have a reason to be in the relationship. You should know, do I want to grow with this person? If you're not someone who thinks of marriage, do I want this person to be in my life forever? Do you want them to be your lifetime partner? Do you think they're your soulmate? Yeah, well, so it's things like that that you need to consider when getting into a relationship. Like, you don't just it's not like that. Like, there's a lot of work that needs to get into a relationship. There's a lot of work that you need to do. You need to work on yourself before you can work on your relationship, if you get me. So that is just my view. Most of the time we don't see the bigger picture and the work that comes in with being in a relationship. But maybe as time goes we'll learn. Maybe. But that's one thing I've noticed, that we don't notice how much work needs to get into this. We don't notice how much it entails. So another thing I wanted to speak about is like why I personally do not date at the moment. I haven't been in a relationship since 2019. That's the last time I was in a relationship. Like, yes, I've been in situationships, I've been speaking to people and all of that, but like relationship, no. And for me personally, it's because I don't think I'm ready. Like, I'd love to be in a relationship, yes, it would be great, to have a man to post. Like, Lina sometimes kasaba with, alright, can I be in a relationship? But what I've noticed is that I am personally not ready. Like, having to deal with the past relationships, the trauma, the hurt. Like, not that I'm definitely over it now. I'm over what happened in the past, but also you need to remember that you need to consider someone else. I honestly forgot where I was with what I was saying, but I'll just carry on to the next point in my notebook. I think I was speaking about my past relationships. Yes, I personally I've healed from the things from my past relationships, but I honestly feel like I'm not ready. Emotionally, mentally, I am not ready to be in a relationship. Like, that's one thing I have noticed. Like, have you seen when you're in situationships and stuff, and then you get to a point where you're like, okay, we could probably date now. I get to that point and then I realize that I am actually not ready to date that person, which I don't know why. I think just for me, mental health wise, emotional health, I don't think I'm at a place where I could be in a relationship. I don't want to be in a relationship and feel like I'm a burden to the next person, because I have my days where I am just sad and I don't want to talk to anyone, and then the other person's gonna take that personally. Yeah, go ending. So then maybe it's things, if I were to want to get into a relationship, I don't know if that makes sense, but I hope you get what I'm trying to say. Then it's something that I'll need to address with the other person. Dog, I am a person like this and this and this and this. Sometimes sometimes I don't want to speak. So you need to understand that it's not that I don't love you, it's not that I don't care about you, it's not that I don't want to speak to you. It's just that there are certain things, there are certain days where I just want you to leave me alone, you get? So it's just a lot. For me personally, it's just a lot. That's why I don't get into relationships. I think maybe, I don't even want to say when I'll be ready, because I don't know. Maybe one day I'll be speaking to someone and then I'll notice that, okay, I'm ready to get into a relationship. Another thing I wanted to talk about is getting into a relationship and you haven't healed from your past relationship. it causes so much trauma for you and the next person, and I don't think people understand that. Like, you can get into a relationship with all of your insecurities, your trust issues, and all of that, and it causes trauma to you and to the next person. Because right now, when you're thinking, what if he's doing this, what if she's doing this, what if they doing this, what if, you always have this what ifs. Like, I think being an overthinker is fine to a certain extent, but if you haven't healed from your past relationship, you're gonna bring all those problems, all those burdens into this relationship, and then that's why it doesn't work. And then sis, excuse me, we're going to say no, things never work out for us, people don't love us, people don't care about us. But also at the same time, you came into a relationship with things from your past relationship, things you haven't healed from, things you haven't, sometimes you need to go through things to get through them, as cliche as it might sound. So it causes a lot of trauma. It causes a lot of trauma to you and to the next person. And I honestly feel like sometimes it's unfair for us as people to cause trauma to the next person because of what happened in your past relationship. It's unfair on them because they weren't there when all of that happened. So that's why you need to consider people's feelings. You need to make sure that you fully healed from your past relationship before you get into another relationship, because the last thing you'd want is hurting the next person unintentionally. Although you might not notice it, it does happen. The next thing I want to talk about is friendships. Obviously, friendships. I don't know if this video is making sense. I really don't know. I'm just speaking. But the first thing that I got as a question is what is unacceptable or toxic behavior in a friendship that causes me to cut people off? And for me, to be honest, I barely cut people off. I won't lie, I barely cut people off. Most of the time when I lose friends, it's because I don't know how to explain it, but I never cut people off. I'll never be I'll never just, no, now I'm going to lie, but I barely cut people off. To be honest, I barely cut people off. But what I feel like is unacceptable behavior. What I don't like, about dating of people discussing your friends, discussing your business with their other friend. People are gonna say that is not your friend. That is not your friend. I feel like if we're all friends, and then I tell you something, and then you go tell someone else who is my friend too, and you be like, yes, I'm worried about Joy. She said this and this and this. What can I do to help her, or what can we do to help her? That's another story. You going to go tell people who aren't my friends, or people I just know, they're not my friends, I just know them, and you're gonna go tell them, yes, the Joy is going through this and this and this, she told me this and this and this. It's not cute. Yes, sometimes people do it out of concern, I'm concerned about you, but also sometimes it's don't do that. Don't discuss other people's business. I know we all do it, but personally, I don't think that's cute. I don't think that's acceptable, because now I'm hearing my things from other people with, hey, well, weren't you doing? And in my head I'm like, when did I tell you this? Because I didn't tell you. How did you find out about this? So I feel like that's one thing that I'll put under unacceptable behavior, but I can't think of anything right now. I don't think there are certain things that make me cut people off. Most of the time I don't cut people off. So another thing that I was asked was my experience with having male friends and platonic friendships, and whether it stays platonic. Okay, let me switch. Okay, to be honest, most of the time it doesn't stay platonic. He did not say most of the time, but sometimes most of my friendships with males, they're not platonic. Like sharp will be friends, but there comes a certain point where things get so sometimes there are certain friends that I can say, bro, well, obviously I don't tell them like, bro, relax, we're friends, but like just friend zoning, I guess, friend zoning, family zoning, whatever, but most of the time my platonic friendships with guys weren't so platonic, which is not a good thing, but like I think it's something that has stopped, not stopped, but it has, I can say reduced what, but like, yeah, basically to answer the question, most of the time they don't stay platonic, and it's not a good thing, but at least right now I'm at a position where I can say, bro, I don't like you like that, I don't think we should be speaking like that, or so yeah, or you tell someone, I thought we're just friends, can we stay friends, like things like that. The last thing I want to discuss, somebody asked me, would you survive without your friends? To be honest, no. Like, I feel like to a certain extent you need friends. You need to have friends. You need people that you can confide in, people you can trust, people you can go out with, people you can call and be like, hey, let's go out for lunch, hey, let's go out for dinner, hey, let's do this, hey, let's do that. So honestly, I don't think I would, okay, not that I would die without friends, but I feel like you need to have friends in your life, because you can't just be alone. As much as you can say, I don't need people, low-key, we kind of do. So yeah, and for me personally, from my past friendships, as much as friendships end, I don't know why. Okay, not I don't know why. Probably sometimes it ends because of growth. People grow apart from each other, Some friendships end because of the most silly things that you can sit down and speak about. And it's something that I'm guilty of, I will not lie. Like, sometimes I'll see that your vibe is off, and instead of asking you like, bro, what's up? Are we fine? Do you want to talk about it? I'll just keep quiet too. Like, if I see your vibe is off, which is something that is not, which is kind of toxic of me. But instead of asking you, bro, what's up? Or like, do you want to talk about it? I'll just keep quiet. I'll just keep quiet and be like, if you want to talk, you will hit me up. Which is not a good thing. Like, from what I've noticed, that is literally the reason why most of my friendships ended, because I'm the one who's like, Yazin, if they want to talk, they'll hit me up. Which is definitely not a good thing. Which is something I'm working on though. Like, guys, speak through things. The same way you can forgive your partner, you should forgive your friends. You need to be more sympathetic to your friends. Like, most of the time, your friends are still gonna be there after your partner leaves, as they do. So the same way you can forgive your partner for anything that they do, take them back 10 million times. You should do that with your friends too. But it's also something I'm working on. I'm not saying I am the most perfect friend. No, I'm not. Definitely not. But it's something that I'm just to end off the video, close off the video, I just feel like friendships and relationships are quite important, but also you need to work on yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, so that you like people always say, you are an individual before you are someone in a relationship. So you need to work on yourself, be a better person for you before you can be a better person for someone else, so that you can be a good friend. Nobody's perfect. Friends will fight, You know, there's no perfect friendship, perfect relationship, but like something that somebody who be like, hasn't actually want to fix things with this person because I know that, you know, these are the intentions, this is what's, you know. So either way, thank you for watching this video. I really hope it makes sense. I feel like I was rambling a lot because like bruh, I feel like I was just rambling and saying a whole lot of shit. So I hope it makes sense. I hope you guys see like what I think of friendships and relationships, I guess. And you know, so yeah, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and please don't forget to share. Don't forget to share the video with your friends so that they can come watch my content too. I was supposed to drop a vlog before this video, but then last week was just a mess, so probably I'll vlog some other time, either this week or next week, I don't know. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe and share, and see you in my next video.